Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Long Dark and the start of a new series. The new series is just going to be a very simple one. I know that usually I do a lot of challenges and stuff, and for the last year, they've all been, like either the Long Dark challenges or Deadworld or Into the Void, all these different things that have done heliophobia, connector region survival just recently, and I started getting back into doing Twitch, and I decided to bring back In Plain Sight, which was kind of a challenge to do kind of a beachcombing only thing. And as I got to playing that, I realized that this isn't a beachcombing thing. This is just more a thing on its own. So I thought it would be really good for Twitch. And I've been doing it on Twitch, and I've been to like 25, 30 days there. And Deadworld is going incredibly well with we're at like 30 35 days there, which is amazing to me because Deadworld is so brutal. And we've had some good RNG in that one, and I thought, we gave the connector region survival a really good run for its money, and I made some critical mistakes, but being hemmed into Keeper's Pass put us at a bit of a disadvantage, and it was a good learning curve. I realized that my bow skills are way in need of some learning and stuff. So we may go back to CRS sometime in the future. It may be a one-off type thing, but I thought to myself after losing CRS, and I even mentioned in it that the next series was going to be this, because I'd been thinking about it before that, and that is I'd like to just play Stalker by itself. No feet, or not no feats, but no restrictions, no handcuffs. Let's just play Stalker. And no end date. I know a lot of people, including my favorite content creator, Zach. They all have their 500-day runs. I know that Sprocket Walker does his 500-day thing. Commendable. You people that do that, amazing. I cannot think in that term. I don't particularly enjoy the thought of living for 500 days on this. I like more the beginning of the series, like the early game. But I thought, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with a Stalker run and not have any restrictions, any limitations, and let's just see what we can do and go from there. And if we make it to 300 days, great. If we make it to 500 days, great. Whatever. But let's not have any limitations. And we'll get back to doing challenges and stuff. The whole point of I love Deadworld. We'll be playing Deadworld for a while. I'd like to try some of the other in-game challenges, and we'll be doing those as little one-offs. But let's continue with this. So we're going to do a new run, and we're going to do Stalker, if it'll allow me. Good old Wolfie. And that's the other thing that's changed a lot, too. My relationship with the wolves has changed dramatically in the 2 years. When I first started doing like Twitch and all that other stuff, my game was more Pilgrim / Voyager, getting into Stalker. Since then, I've learned how to deal with life in Interloper and Deadworld and all that stuff. And my relationship with the wolves has changed a lot since then. So, taking some of those lessons learned. Okay, so we're going to do the main map, the lower, and we're just going to do random. I hope like hell we don't get Blackrock or Bleak Inlet. I still don't like the Timberwolves very much, but I'm learning to get through the Timberwolves a little easier. You can kind of work around them. So anyway, we're talking a lot here. I like playing Will. I wish they would fix the breathing thing. I think everybody plays Astrid and doesn't play Will because of that. but I know that it can also be off-putting. So let's play Astrid on this particular run. And let's take our feats too. We normally don't do feats, so let's do feats. And I think the biggest ones I want are definitely Cold Fusion. I'm working on this ones here. I've actually got a run going for that on non-recorded stuff. Efficient Machine I think is also a good one. And I don't have Blizzard Walker yet. I'm getting closer. But let's do Snow Walker. Because if we can sprint a little bit, calories aren't going to be a big issue in this. And then I don't have a name for this. By all means, if you've got a suggestion as far as this goes, when I go to air this, obviously the first time, we're just going to call it Stalker. But if you got a good name for it, by all means suggest it. I love comments and stuff like that. So maybe you can help me name this and we'll do a special thumbnail for it. I've already got a thumbnail idea for what I'm going to use, but maybe we can come up with a special name for it. So anyway. Enough jibber jabber. Lord of the Flies. Okay. Where are we at? That sounds like a waterfall. Okay, without looking, I'm gonna be good here. Without looking, for some reason this feels like Mountain Town. I see rabbits. And we'll know real quick. We'll just walk over here, because if I walk that way and I am in Mountain Town, there's wolves that way. But if I walk over here, we should see a rope anchor. And if that's the case, then we are very close. Yeah, and I also see birch right there. That's also... This is a rope anchor. Then we are in Milton / Mountain Time. Okay. And I do believe that's where we are at. And this would be Lower Milton in the basin. Cool. Alright. Well, not the worst start in the world. But maybe we'll get lucky. This will be a good thing for me. We're gonna obviously loot Milton for everything she's got, and Milton's got a lot to offer. So does Mountain Town. So the whole place does. Let's loot this place for its inch of its life. Get everything we can out of it, including the wolf pelts, especially if we can find some weapons. And if we can get enough gear, because we've already got a bedroll, if we could get some hunting weapons and what have you, I say we go to HRV. HRV's got a ton of gear. I can't imagine what it's got on Stalker. And I need to learn how to play an HRV. And what better excuse? We're already here. We're on a little bit lower level than Interloper. So why not we make this an excuse and force ourselves to go hang out in HRV and learn that freaking map and be good with it once and for all. And if we die in HRV, great, whatever. You know, if we die here in Mountain Town, whatever. It's part of the game. I mean, permadeath and overconfidence and being foolish. I mean, that's how CRS ended. I was overconfident. I allowed myself to think that I was going to figure out how to get past the wolves with my ill-gotten booty. Speaking of wolves, we are going to be a little more cautious then. I'm hoping. And once we get weapons, maybe we'll be a little more bold. But let's get to the farmhouse. And we'll get warmed up. Because right now we don't even have a place to run to. Of course, you guys will be walking over here. There you go. Go look that way. Ah, a hatchet. And a toolbox. Alright. We definitely want you. We'll take you. We don't care about you at the moment. Wood, 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 and wood. Do you have the key? You are the key master. This would be the gatekeeper. Maybe we can go hang out with Gozer, the Gozerian. All right. Let's see what we've got here. No underwear. I always find underwear in the tub. Of course, I also find lighter fluid and a match. I think that's absolutely hilarious. Okay. Rifle round, that's good. Good, we're warm at the moment. I see more ammunition down there. Tons of books. We'll just leave those there. We'll end up using them for cooking and whatnot. Excuse me. What do we got in here? More books. Oh, look.
Huh. What have we here?
Yeah, that's awesome. We now have protection. We also could hunt the wolves with that, too. The one thing about the pistol that's nice that you can do, and one of the reasons why... Oh, yeah, we definitely want that. One of the reasons why I like Stalker so much is the pistol is supposed to be a defensive weapon. It's supposed to scare the wolves off. You can use it as an offensive weapon as well. You can shoot a wolf to the point where they will bleed out and die. You can also do that with deer. So it's not the worst thing in the world early on. And the beautiful thing about it is that you can crouch while using the pistol, unlike the bow. So you can creep up on a deer and you can try to get it in one shot. You probably won't. But you can at least creep up on the deer, shoot it, get it to bleed out, and then go grab it later. You can do the same thing with the wolves. So with the pistol that we have right at the moment, in fact, we'll go ahead and reload this. We have 10 rounds. If we're careful, we should be able to grab those two wolves that are out front. We might even be able to get a deer. We could really set ourselves up for a nice little run here and almost play a little bit to what we watched our favorite creator, Zach, do. He basically moved into Desolation Point on his start and just went to town and was able to stay there for a long time before finally just saying, okay, this is set up, let's go do something else and move on. And we might actually have that opportunity here with the pistol. We'll find more rounds. We'll find more stuff. And we could actually just turn Milton upside down and make this our base. And really take advantage of everything that's around us. So maybe by... Hello. We got our frying pan and a cooking pot. I saw flour here, so we have the means to make food already. Let's just kind of gather all this stuff. I can't wait for the base building thing. And I don't know if it's going to be just one place or another, but I'd love to get this chair out of here. I think I could do it with the hatchet, but there's so many like this, and like things you can't move though. You can get rid of this, but you can't move this. You can't move the toaster. Well, you could hacksaw it, I guess. But there's certain things that would be nice to get away, like, you know, like these plates and stuff. It's like you can't organize completely. Like you can't get rid of this door. Obviously, you could burn that if you really wanted to, but okay. So here's some more food. And the other thing too that I'm learning is that in the early days when I used to play, you felt like you had to carry everything with you. And now I'm going to try and do a little light and lean. What we'll do is we'll set up places like this. Like this is already, we've got 2 pots. We've got 1 pan. We might keep a pot with us or a pan with us, whatever, but we'll find more of this stuff. We're going to set this place up so that this is our base of operation. We'll be able to come here and there'll be food and water and everything. Speaking of which, like if you could clear this table off and stack a bunch of water on there. But we're going to loot the whole town and we're going to just bring it all here. And make this our base. But then we don't have to fuss around with carrying so much. You know, we carry the things we need, and we move to the next space, and we establish a network of bases like everybody does on their long runs. So we'll follow the pattern. That is a great way to handle things, and we'll move on. But all right, I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. It's only a 40% hacks. Or a hatchet. Take that tea. There's no need for me to carry everything with me. We'll carry the things we need. Like if we go to the summit, obviously we need a hacksaw. If we go to forge arrowheads to get a bow, which is something I'd like to do. That is definitely a viable hunting weapon. I'd like to get better at it, so it would be a good excuse to learn how to do that better. You know what? Let's do something here. Let's drop these potatoes right there. The other thing we was talking about the relationship with the wolves is that if you stay light and if you stay healthy, you can just essentially take a torch and walk through the wolves. And we could make some mega torches, and we could just essentially walk through the wolves. We don't have to sit and fuss with them. You know what? Let's just drop this here. We don't need all this. Yes, drop all. Okay. So right now our big issue is clothing, obviously. We've got some clothing. Yeah, wear that. Which one of you is better? No, neither. We could wear that. We need some hand coverings, obviously. I don't think we've found a sewing kit yet, did we? No, we can drop those. See, and that's the thing about carrying stuff you don't need. Tell you what, take that. Ooh, we can get all this stuff down. Where's those tools at again? Let's drop the tools. Oh, you know what? They're over here. I neither picked them up or set them down. So they... Alright, so those will be right by the door. Grab a book. Tell you what, grab some cloth here. If we find a sewing kit, then we'll do something about our hands. Take you out of the middle of the floor. Take you. Not gonna worry about you guys. I think we find a whetstone and we get this hatchet built up. We'll clean house a little bit. God knows we get clean do some housekeeping. Get all this stuff out of our way. The chair in the middle of the floor, and as much as we can get rid of. Can we? We can. Ooh, hello. Guns, guns, guns. Can we put you here? Alright, so we have water if we need it, but we can make water, which is something we might want to do anyway. Maybe we'll start a fire. What time of day is it? It's actually not in bad shape.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
It might, but we've got decent boots. This might be good for leather later. How about things we need to process? Okay, we've looked in there. You come over here. Okay. Buddies aren't over here. Now, unlike Interloper having to, once you get clothing up, tees aren't as critical as they are in Interloper. I know that with Deadworld, tees are amazingly important. They won't be as important, but it's nice to have them. I'm not looking to pick a fight with the wolves just yet. I'd like to get the clothing up a little bit, but I did want to come out here and mess with whatever's here. There's the sewing kit. Obviously, it was worth coming out here for. Now we can build some hand coverings if we don't find anything. Take that. I forgot about the... I did exactly what I was telling myself. Be careful. Make sure that you're on the thing. I was thinking that in my head. I needed to be careful. And I wasted a shot. Jack, you wasted your shot. Okay. Foolish me, wasted my shot. Got the wolves all riled up. Anyway. Okay, so we have one less shot. That makes me mad. Alright. Got our workbench. Any goodies in here? No. Now the other good thing about this being a base is we could build us some snares for the rabbits and just kind of leave them there. So then, you know, when you come back, you'll have a couple of rabbits waiting to be harvested. So this is such a good start. Yeah, I'm almost at a point. It's like, where do I want to start? Where do I want to go first? Really happy with the start. I'm excited about finding enough stuff to do what I was talking about, like going to HRV right away. With this right here, the hatchet. The hatchet in itself is a very HRV centric thing because you can goat over top of the brush, but if you don't have to, much more helpful. All right, we checked all of this, right? Okay. Nope, not this one. All right. Okay, we're calling the kitchen searched. Don't want to waste the day. We don't have any water with this. I wonder if we went to... Grandmother's has got water. I'd rather not take the water out of the toilet here. Ooh, oats. Just saw that in the corner. How about in here? Ooh, there is a tea. Fantastic. Alright. I think we go into town. It's early enough in the day. We're close. I think we go into town. At least go over to Grandmother's. It is cold, though. We're cold. You know what we didn't do? You know what? Here, let's do this. Because we got frostbite berries. Let us craft... What do we need for hand wraps? We need 4 cloth. That should not be an issue. We have... Here we go. We need to warm up anyway, so let us build hand wraps. Boom. All right. And put those on. Let's harvest you. And I think I'm going to try and repair that this toque here, because it adds so much warmth for what little time it takes to repair it. So yeah, look, got it back to 100%, and it gives us 2 degrees of warmth. So it's foolish not to get that going. Sports vest is kind of worthless. It's not even the down one. I'm not even going to mess with a lot of this other stuff unless it breaks. But that wool tube cat for right now is our warmest piece of gear.
Feel my hands.
Alright. Of course, TLD would like us to walk into the wind as we go into town. Let's go ahead and get this out. I really don't want to use this to deter the wolves, but we'll do what we have to do. Should get a rock. Rock would be helpful. Is that not a rock? Apparently it's not. Okay. Speaking of which, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get into this right now. Okay.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
All right. Apparently that's all his blood. He's running this way. Let's let him go. The other one will keep running. I figured if I was going to shoot him, I might as well shoot him in such a way that I get to benefit from him. Let's be careful about our pointer. Seeing how we only have so many rounds, we'll probably find some more rounds, but I don't want the wolf encounters to be a continuous thing either, because we don't have a lot of protective clothing, and it does wear your healing down. I mean, I think what saved me was the fact is I actually shot him, and then he attacked anyway, which I've been noticing since the update. The wolves are a little more resilient on that. Sometimes you got to shoot them twice. And it may have been like that before, I just don't remember it, but it seemed to me as after the DLC that the pistol wasn't a one-shot wonder. And maybe it wasn't, but neither here nor here. Here nor there. Blah, 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 blah. I think that's what saved me the most, was that I had shot him, and then we had our struggle. Which thank goodness we had the hatchet, and I was able to get to the hatchet. And it would be nice not to have any more wolf encounters if we don't have to right now. But if we're going to have an encounter, I'm going to try to put myself in the position to make use of shooting it so that we can find the carcass later and harvest the hides. I think it would be nice, even with the fact that we go to Summit, we're going to get like the really nice parkas and all that stuff. I'd still like to have the wolf coat because of the protection it gives, and not just from the defensive point of view, but it also will scare the wolves off. It gives it a little bit of a, I think, I forget what did Zach say it was, like 20%. You get that 20% chance that the wolf will bug out, so 1 in 4, 1 in 5, something like that. Alright, put this away so we don't shoot the door. So that alone, with its warmth, I think is worth making that coat. It's kind of time consuming, but...
I wonder if the owner's around.
I don't know, but we're going to probably just drink that like right now. Okay, so this is where it's going to get crazy. How much... We're nowhere near underweight, so we definitely want to pack all of this back. And this is why we don't have to hunt right away, but it would still like to get to a point where we can. So, another frying pan, another pot. We're going to be able to put that 6-burner stove to such good use. For every 2 hours of fire, we're going to be able to make 6 liters of water. And be able to cook other stuff. Broth, more flour, dog food. We don't have to cook that. A potato. And a carrot. Been in that cabinet. Been in there, been in there, been in there. Oops. Did I get all of them? Yep, I did. Okay, all of that has been searched. Interesting. I probably will drop that outside. Don't know that I necessarily want to clamor around with it. In fact, we may leave both of these outside. Come on. There you go. So many books. We'll grab one more, but we're not going to worry about it too much. Here's another cooking pot. We're going to be able to have like 3 cooking pots left in the base and still be able to take one with us at this point. Hey, now that was a good find. That actually adds a good amount of protection and warms us up quite a bit. So until we find better, that is going to be a good starter coat. I mean, what kind of even? I didn't even see what condition it was in. 50%. Wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, it's a 50%. Okay, so we could definitely get twice as much heat out of that. So yeah, that'll be great when we get that fixed up. That'll be a great starter coat. A little bit heavy, but that's okay. We're gonna try and do light and lean. Socks. Socks are always helpful. Let's start getting this stuff on as soon as we find it.
Looks like
Another
this has
revolver.
been here a while.
Cool. Another toque. I would have loved to have found a rifle. Rifle would have been nice. But I doubt we're going to find a rifle and a pistol in the same location like that. At least I know that we'll find a rifle in the summit, and I know where one of the variants can possibly be with the dam. And that's the one I do like of all the variants. I like that one because it's all stripped down lightweight. But it's always nice if you can find like a rifle and leave it, you know, like if you leave one in a certain place with rifle rounds. And then just not have to haul it with you. You just leave it there. Antiseptic. You know what? Let's take that for now. Because we don't have any and we got lucky that we didn't need. I love when you find that stuff in the weirdest places. In fact, let's crafting. Let's make a bandage now, or whatever this makes too. Because we didn't have a bandage, we didn't have any antiseptic, and we got into that little brawl that could have gone much different. Another sewing kit. I like that. I like that a lot.
I'll take it.
Yay, that makes up for our... Oh. Hello. And... wasn't expecting to find a recipe up here. I didn't really look for it. I wasn't thinking about the recipes. I know I should be. And that's a good reminder that if we're going to do this long-term run, then kind of need to think about all these little tidbits and add-ons that are in the game that we should try to accomplish and do. And that cooking one would be amazing. So, okay, let's take the water. In fact, we should drink the water. Do we have a means to repair that coat? Hour and a half. No, let's wait. We've still got a good amount of daylight left. Alright, let's see what we can find in here. I see.
I think I can use this.
I'm going to leave those behind because we really don't want to have to deal with all of that. We're going to find lots of leather. Climbing socks were definitely amazing to find. Holy crap. Those are brand new almost. This is going to be so interesting in comparison to Deadworld. You can't find anything in Deadworld. I mean, I'm lucky to have the clothing that I have. I think I found a Mackinac, which I was blown away by. and a few other items which like shocked the heck out of me. But I mean, I'm so close to making uh, a, a coat in that one that I'm so excited about. Because, I mean, you don't get bear at all, but you do find wolf carcasses. And I have, at the time of this recording, which I don't know how it's going to air, so I don't want to spoil it. Technically, this one should be after the fact, but at the moment, we don't have enough to do the coat. Okay, well, I would say this was very productive. I think we found all the super secret stuff. We got a mag lens, which we can learn to be good about matches, even though matches are going to be super plentiful. And we found a good coat. I found some more stuff at least. How are we doing on weight? I see something on the chair there. Okay, so we've added to our weight issues. We should change that hat out there to this one. There we go. I'll tell you what, just drop that right now. We don't have anything there. We still haven't got any better gloves. Okay, I'm good with that.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Those are those little things that blend in when you're looking, because I know Zach has talked about this, Dunn has talked about this, and a few other people. It's like when you're looking, you're almost looking at that square. That's where your focal point is. And I notice, like, when I watch those guys, when they play and they miss stuff, it's all because we're looking, I think, in that center screen. And so I've been trying to do a better job lately of just like doing this. Just sit here and look through the eyes of the viewer and just kind of look around the room and make sure I'm not missing anything. I found a, see, okay, here we go. Broth.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Didn't catch that last time. I had found at the Thompson's Crossings inside the bingo parlor, or whatever you want to call it, the community center. There's a pantry that's right in there towards, there's like the back door that leads out to there's like the cellar, and you can't get into the cellar, and there's like a back door, and you come in and there's a big pantry, and right in the very top there's a frying pan, and I thought it was maybe just a one-off, but then I was watching DH Dunn do one of his streams, and he was looking for it, and I mentioned to him in the chat, is like, hey, look here, and he turned around and looked, and there it was. So it shows up there every once in a while. So it's one of those things of, if you don't look in some of these little cheeky places, you'll miss stuff. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back. We're gonna leave Stinky Fish there. We're gonna just eat this. And let's see where Mr. Wolf is. I don't see him, but that's actually not a good thing. So let's we'll hit the things on this side of town. So we'll go through here. Some more water. Oh, coffee, always helpful. I need to cook those coffee and teas too. That'd be another achievement for me too, because I have never ever had a run where I've gotten like level 5 on a lot of things. Like, I'm getting close to like level 5 cooking in Deadworld, which is surprising the heck out of me, but yeah, just take it now. But like it'd be interesting in that aspect.
This'll come in handy.
So much loot. To see how many of those things I can do. You know. Ooh. I like that. We just got stuff to make a bow. All we need is some guts, which will be easy enough to do. We may have to use some rocks, but we could get... ooh, we don't have a pry bar yet. Okay, see the granola bar there in the corner.
Huh.
Ketchup
We'll have
chips.
one
Kind of a chicken and egg thing. We'll have to go out and hunt some rabbits with the rocks and get some guts curing, and then we can start making snares, which will give us more rabbits. So, and I think we're gonna play with that idea from the standpoint of it's like passive hunting. More coffee, great. We could leave here to go, say, HRV, and we could come back and have food waiting for us in the form of rabbits that are snared and just need to be harvested, but you also have food tucked away. Paper money everywhere. Okay, lockbox. Was that a key? No, it's an openable one. I thought it might be like a cash one. It is not. It is openable. Searchable.
This'll come in handy.
Yes, it will. We're gonna drink that right away. You know what? I'm not even gonna go through all that. Loot is so plentiful in this freaking Stalker. I'm not even gonna bother. We are gonna open this though. Alright. Just past 30. 31. 31:16 maybe? 31. 16. Ooh, I almost went past it. Anything
This
good.
stuff will come in handy.
One flare, one stem. I like the fact that the stem is in there. Usually on Interloper or whatever, you end up with, like today I saw we got a book out of it. It's so just in your face, kind of like, you're not gonna find anything. Search the briefcase. Anything on the bulletin board? It's a shame he couldn't read the calendar, but then that would give a date away. I think that's supposed to be kind of a mystery. We don't know what day it is, what time it is.
Perfect.
Yes, I agree. We need one of those. We're all ready for hunting. Yeah, let's take the metal, because we can make goodies with that. Fix goodies with that. Okay, so they had Ethernet and USBs. These are the old school keyboard and mouse ports. And that looks like an old VGA monitor, but where's the cable? There's no cable. See, it's VGA. It's older technology. This would be, late 90s. I think you can still get a lot of stuff VGA. But there's no power cord going to the plug. No cords. Okay. I'm relatively satisfied that we've gone through here pretty good. No more cash. It's all on the floor in the vault. Okay. Let's go ahead and do these cars. Ooh, there's mittens back there. Sewing kit. Nothing between the seats.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Don't know that those are actually warmer because they're just the fleece. Battery. That might come in handy. If we end up doing signal void and coming back here. Or we could just go repair the damn thing now. Not like right this second, but while we're here. I mean, why not? You got to go to HRV to get the bunker anyway, so it just save us a step. Alright. I don't want to get too overloaded, so I thought we'll just loot our way back to base. So we'll go by the schoolhouse and pick all that stuff up, and we'll take everything back with us, and by that time it's probably about time to take a nap. Little potato on the floor.
I'll take
More
it.
coffee, fantastic. We've got some already made cups we need to heat up. More cooking gear, fantastic. That 6-burner stove is going to get a workout. In fact, maybe that's what we do when we get back. If we can find enough fuel, which I don't think will be an issue. Oh. Yeah, that's where I would keep that.
I think I can use this.
Yeah, we definitely could use that. Let's take the water. I know we're heavy.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're going to take you home. We're going to take you home. Take the lantern fuel. If
What have we
anything...
here?
Oh, look at this. Another pot. Good lord. I'll take the sports vest with the... Oh, there we go. Underwear. That is one thing we do not have a second pair of. I'm going to take the sports vest just for cloth at this point. We don't really need it, but we're here. I'm not going to bother being stinky going back. The old schoolhouse. Oh, look, a bedroll.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might. I'm thinking we might pack 2 bedrolls with this and leave one in HRV. We could just leave it right at the opening that leads into HRV, so that way if we ever get in trouble, we'll have one as we walk in. Alright, so what's our weight? I mean, we got to be carrying a boatload of stuff. Alright, couple sticks, not many. And we're going to heel toe, wobble back home. And I feel like we got at least part of it done. Like, we did Grey Mothers, which I thought was going to be important. And then we, like, picked that one corner and we got most of the stuff. There's still a truck and other stuff, but it's going to take a little bit to go through the whole town and bring it all back here. It's a lot of loot in town. Good lord, we just got super heavy crossing the bridge. Let's go ahead and get this out, just to be on the safe side. We cannot outwalk a wolf. And this is a bit of a slow slog, and I apologize. I know this is part of what we do. Most of us that are watching are players, so we understand all this. But we do have a wolf out there somewhere. Probably need to go find him sooner rather than later, because we're just one blizzard away from losing him. And he'll despawn, I think, after a couple days, I think? I don't know. But we'll go lighten the load when we get back. We may do a little bit of a cooking session, but I think we got a ton of water on us already. I don't know that we need to do cooking yet. We don't have anything to cook, just water, but I think we've got quite a bit of water on us. We'll know here in a minute. Alright, as awesome as this stick looks and that you think you should pick it up, don't. Just leave it there, it'll be fine. The stick will be just fine. Mr. Wolf over there will be just fine. Yeah, he's headed away. The other good thing with the early hatchet is I heard the ptarmigans. Of course, you hear them all over the place, even when they're not there. The other cool thing about an early hatchet is we can now pick up the saplings. So there was a couple of birch ones over there, but if we find some maple, we can start getting ready for a sled as well. Which I don't know that we're going to use up here so much. You know, it's going to be a hit or miss. I think a lot of it has to do with hauling stuff within a map, not so much map to map. Okay. You don't even have a torch. We're out here running around. Okay, the stove has to be right here. Empty cabinet. We're close. Alright, let's start our first fire. We could use a torch. Yes, let's use the mag lens inside. That'll be perfect. All right, let's give this a go. This is anything like my Deadworld runs. Even match or fire starting 3 is an epic fail.
Come on, little fire.
So let's hope Stalker's a little more friendly. All right, way to go, Astrid. No coloring books for you just yet. All right. Let me have a couple of good torches. One more. How about one more for good measure? Oops, no, put that away. There we go. That'll work. All right, first and foremost, let's... Oh my god, look at this. All right. Actually, we should do this. Pots in the back, easier to grab. Look at that. For now. Okay. We'll put this in the room. We need to find a whetstone, get that thing fixed up. Drop the flour. Drop the canned goods. Oh, no. We don't want to open it just yet. Although I think we have the knife so we can open it. But I'm not worried about that right now. We have some more potatoes. Where did we put our potatoes?
Oh, rest suit. I'm gonna faint.
Yeah. At least you're home if you faint. See, I think we need to mess with cooking broth. We haven't done any of that stuff yet, which is a shame. That's the thing when you're doing. That's the other thing. Is like when you're doing the challenge things, you've restricted things or you've taken things away from yourself that it doesn't allow you to explore and do the game, you know, in its natural state. You're not necessarily making it harder per se. Hey, cancel. Suddenly I'm just close enough to the fire. I didn't know you could cook over here. That's a new one. Those were already there, so... But with this... See, it'll... That's a new one. I hadn't done that before. So not only do you have a 6-burner stove, but if you have some unopened canned goods, you can lay them on the counter next to the stove and cook them. This becomes the ultimate power. It is a stove with the force. Alright, drop the carrot. We actually may actually use carrots in this run. Alright, so drop the dog food. Let's bring you over here. You're a non-cookable item, so let's stash you over here. Same with you, tins of death. Can we stick it right there? That'll be good use of the narrow shelf. Can we get 2 in here? Probably not. There we go. Radioactive broth here. Alright. One last torch. Good lord, we haven't even done anything. We've spent an hour roaming around in a couple of buildings and we're already just like set up for days. We can We could rock it for a week almost on this if we starved ourselves. So we definitely have some things going on. All right, let's go in here. Let's put you in there. I thought we put you in there. There you go. We'll deal with the clothing at another time. We'll put that in there too. Okay. It is nighttime, so I guess we ought to go to sleep. Here we go. We'll do this responsibly. We'll put it in there. It always spooks me out that you throw the stuff on the floor and it doesn't burn the house down. Alright, let's go ahead and eat all of this junky food. We did find some antibiotics. At least they thought we did. Yeah, we did. Okay. So I hope I'm remembering that right. Yeah, eat all this bad food. Just eat it all. There we go. We're good to go. Eat those ketchup chips. We don't have as much water as I thought. We'll have to do a little bit of cooking, but I want to go chase after some food. Either we kill another wolf or whatever, but let's heal. But let's put in for 10. I don't know if we'll sleep 10. And we're just over an hour, so we'll probably take this as a save. And I think we're off to a really, really good start. Even, I mean, Stalker, for the most part, is forgiving with the loot. So, unless we would have started in, like, HRV or Bleak, maybe even Broken Railroad, if you can start there or not. I don't know where all the spawn points are. But if we just started in a really more populated area of wolves and that, and had a harder time finding stuff a bit different. There are a lot of wolves in Stalker. It's just something you got to deal with. But I think this is great. This is an amazing start. We got a lot of good stuff. I think we need to do some repairs. We're going to do some cooking. And but I think if we're going to fire up the stove to do water and stuff, I'd like to go maybe grab a couple of rabbits and get some guts curing. I'd like to get some snares made. Maybe we can go find our wolf and get it picked up and everything. But with that, I will bid you adieu, and we will catch you on the next episode where we will continue to loot, haul, and set up base here in Milton and Mountain Town, and we'll continue to get a little stronger every day and gather up all our stuff and hopefully have enough to just move into HRV. And HRV is going to be exciting for me because I don't know it super well. Maybe we'll take some spray paint with us and learn our way around, make us like little maps and stuff and do all that stuff. But I think if we go into HRV, we go in there for the long term. We take enough ammunition. Maybe we can build us a bow. We do have one arrow we can make, possibly. We need to go chop down those birch saplings. But anyway, okay, get to chit chat and too much jibber jabber. So anyway, we will catch you on the next episode. Thanks.